Good day everyone and welcome back to Isa Digital. As always, my name is Emmanuel Akle and today I'm going to be showing you how to model a low poly gun in Blender. It's going to be a hand gun which you can just use for like games, and we're just going to quickly model in the Blender. So I already have Blender open over here. Let's just open it, and I already have like the image of the gun which we're going to be modeling. It's going to be split into two parts. We're going to use a cube for this model, by the way. We're going to have a cube is going to be at the top here for the top part of the gun, and another cube is going to just for the lower part of the gun. So let's just get right into it. So I'm just going to add in a cube at the center, shift A, then cube. Hold on, let me turn on my screencast tools. That's if I can find it. Screencast key, sorry. Let me turn it on, and so you can see whatever I'm doing. So let's just scale it down, move this to the middle of the handle, and let's just go into wireframe and let's start modeling the gun. So let's just scale this a bit just to match this. And quick note though, as I already said in the beginning of the video, it's not going to be like the gun is not going to have all the details like screws, all these grills and everything. So we're just going to go with like the basic model, and yeah, no, so let's just quick continue modeling. I'm going to bring this over here like this. I'm also going to bring this here like this, and I'm going to extrude it downwards. Extrude, then also move this here like this, and I'm going to bring this also downwards here like this, and I'm going to add a loop cut right here just to add like this curve here over the gun, and I'm just going to bring it like so. Yeah, that should be enough. I'm not going to add this extra curve, so it's going to start looking too smooth to be a low polygon. And let's extrude this upwards. Yeah, I want this to be like this line here. It's going to be like the separation between the cube I'm going to add here later and this, and like the handle downwards. So let's just add another loop cut here. I'm going to extrude this on the x-axis, and then let's just pan around our view, and you can see it's looking a bit too, can I say thick or too chubby or whatever. So I'm just going to select this top part of our gun right here and scale it on the y-axis just to bring down the thickness a bit. So let's just bring it here, and also take this also and just bring it down. So that should be enough. And that's looking quite okay. I'm just gonna select this part, front and wireframe, select this, and we're just gonna scale it down to just match this scale, then bring it backwards. I'm gonna add in another loop cut here right here. Another loop cut, and I'm just gonna scale this down also. Let's come back into solid. Let's just scale it down. Sorry if it seems like I'm going too fast, and let's just scale it down also just to match, scale that down. And let's select this too, and let's just scale this also down a bit. That should be enough. And let's come back into a wireframe, and let's just bring this here like so. That should be enough. And let's just take this also and bring it here like so. Let's zoom in, and let's just extrude this top half of the gun just to reach here. Extrude like so, and we're just gonna bring this like so, bring this down over here like so, and I'm gonna select this top part from here to here, and then I'm gonna scale it on the z-axis, but I'm not going to add a value for the scale. I'm gonna scale it by 0. By scaling it by 0, we're gonna make it straight and flat. So I'm gonna press S, Z, and enter 0. As you can see, it becomes like straight, and there is not like wobbliness or anything. So that's it. I'm gonna bring this like here like so, and I'm gonna add in a loop cut over here and bring this also here like so. I'm gonna add a loop cut here and bring this down like so. I'm gonna add another loop cut over here, and I'm just gonna bring this here like so. And I'm gonna add another loop cut here for like the what I don't know what they call this, but I'm just gonna add here. And I'm gonna select this and extrude it down a bit and scale it down. So let's come here like so, and I'm gonna add another loop cut here to just scale it a bit. So scale it also like this, and let me hide this so we can see how our gun is looking. We're already getting like the basic shape of the gun, and I'm also going to add another loop cut over here and scale it down also. Let's select this Alt H. Let's, yeah, and another loop cut here, just scale it. Yeah, that's looking quite better. Add another loop cut here also, just to scale it like so. That should be enough. So let's come into here. Let's just bring this downwards like so, just to get the, you know, just bring this also here like so, and this also here like so. And I'm going to select this also and bring this one here like so, and I'm going to extrude this here like so, and I'm going to scale this a bit, because looking at the image, as you can see here, even though this part looks kind of slim like this part here, you can see the bottom is kind of wide. So I'm going to scale it down a bit, and I'm also going to just extrude and scale it a bit, scale it a bit, rotate it a bit, scale it on the y-axis a bit, extrude again, rotate again, scale it a bit on the x-axis this time. I'm going to extrude again, bring it downwards, rotate again. I'm going to scale it on the x-axis, y-axis, sorry, so x, y. I'm going to extrude this again, bring it here like so, scale on the y-axis again, and I'm just going to extrude it again, bring it here like so, and we're just going to scale it down this time. And I'm going to bring this here like so, and let's just extrude this so it just joins in here. So I'm just going to select this to extrude. I'm going to scale it up, scale it up also, bring this here like so. Although it's looking like it's clipping through, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back into edit mode over here, and we're just going to scale it a bit on the y-axis so it doesn't, let's just a bit so it matches the edge here, and that's looking good. Let me hide this. That's looking good, and let's add the top part of the gun. Let me smooth this out. See, that's looking nice. I'll come back to the trigger, by the way, and let's just add in another cube at the top. Mesh cube. Scale this on the z-axis. Bring it to the top. Oh, it's looking kind of weird, so let's just shade it back to flat, and then come back into our wireframe. Then bring back the image. Let's select our top cube this time, sorry, and come into the top view. No, sorry for that. Let's come back in solid on top, scale this down, and delete this. Let's just scale this one down this time, scale it down. Our gun is looking too slim, so let's just select this and this and scale it on the x-axis, no, on the y-axis, just to give it a bit thickness. And we're just gonna take this, by the way, and scale it like so, and move it to the x-axis, just to get that just like the length and just to match the image. And I'm just gonna come back into wireframe. Sorry if it's looking a bit choppy. I think my screen recorder cannot record at an high frame rate, so let's just come back into edit mode. Extrude this a bit just here, and I'm just gonna bring this up like so, or let's just extrude it to the top like so. Let's bring this here like so, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this, and I'm gonna bring this one up here like so, just to match this. And I'm also going to add another loop cut here over here and bring this upwards like so. Or instead of adding another loop cut, let's just use this instead. Bring this up here like so. And I'm gonna bring this down a bit. And as I said before, as you can see, the line at the top here, like the top part is not looking straight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this, and I'm gonna select the entirety of this. No, let's just select from here to the end. And once again, let's select this. No, this one. So we're just gonna press S, Z, and 0, and bring it up a bit, just like so. And I'm also going to select this again, scale this down a bit on the x-axis. Let's select everything, scale this on the x-axis a bit, and rotate it just to get that feeling of the gun, and bring it here like so. And I'm going to extrude it. Well, as you can see, it looks like there is like this break off as where this one is a bit longer than this. So I'm just gonna add in a loop cut somewhere close to the edge over here, like so. I'm gonna select this, select everything here and here, and move it up like so. And if I was to zoom out a bit, let's just hide this. Our gun is looking a bit nice, but as you can see, this doesn't look well. So I'm gonna come into the front over here, select this one. I'm gonna select everything on this side as well. I'm gonna select everything on this side over here and this also. Shit. Come back into wireframe. Sorry, shit. Hold down everything. Press S, Z, and 0. As you can see, it's looking a lot better than before, where it already looks like we already have the shape of a gun. And we're going to select the bottom part of this also, just to S, Z, and 0. Just to make everything a bit more grounded in reality though. And I'm just going to come back into our wireframe, and I'm going to bring back up our image. Let's zoom in a bit. I'm going to bring this back a bit on the x-axis. Also bring this back on the x-axis. I'm going to add a loop cut over here, and let's just select this and extrude it out and scale it down a bit. Scale it on the y-axis, and also add another loop cut here. Scale it on the y-axis. Another loop cut over here. Scale it on the y-axis. And let's just come into wireframe and just bring this upwards, or let's just extrude it and bring this and select this and scale it down on the y-axis. On the y-axis, another loop cut over here, scale it on the y-axis. To get that kind of feel, let's just hide this. That looks good. I'm going to come back into, let's just bring back up our image. And for us to add like this barrel, what we're going to do is we're going to use a cylinder. Let's add the image over here. Come here. Let's press Shift A, then add a mesh cylinder. Rotate it on the z-axis, no, on the y-axis 9 by 90 degrees, and scale it down and bring it here like so. And let's yes, and bring it out on the x-axis. And what we're going to have to do for the gun to actually look, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to use the Boolean modifier to actually like cut in this where the gun and the barrel intersects. So I'm just going to come here, add in a modifier, Boolean, and the object is going to be this. If I was to move it out of the way, like this, as you can see, it has actually cut in to the gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the what's the name, what do they call it? I'm going to apply the modifier. Let's just hide this again. I'm going to pull this back in a lot on the x-axis just to give us that up. And if I also come here and apply, and if I also, let's just duplicate this, Shift D, then delete the one that was there before. And if I was to move this out of the way, you can see that the O is still inside and we didn't have to like do manual cutting and stuff like that. So I'm just going to bring this here like so, back in here like so, and I'm going to bring it out like so on the x-axis. Let's just scale it down a bit. And as you can see, it looks like we already have a almost finished model of gun. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to delete the front face. I'm going to select everything, extrude, scale it down like so, and bring it back on the y-axis, on the x-axis like so. And this is the only part of the gun I'm going to smooth out, shade smooth. And now let's add in the trigger of the gun. We can decide to use this model and start like extruding down, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another cube. I'm just going to add in a cube, scale this down, bring this over here, scale it down again, scale it down on the x-axis. I'm just going to bring this up, bring up our image, and bring it here like so. I'm going to come into a wireframe. I'm going to just model this so it fits around the curvature here. I'm going to select this, our first cube, add in a loop cut over here, select it once again, add in a loop cut, select it, sorry about that, select this again and just bring it upwards like so. I'm going to extrude this downwards and I'm going to add in a loop cut over here, and I'm going to scale up this top. I'm going to select this, B, select the top. I'm going to scale this upwards like so. Select this also. Let's just select a box selector. Box select. No, let's just use this one. Where is it? Box select. Let's just keep on modeling. Scale this up like this. So we're gonna scale this like so. And bring this in. I'm gonna bring the scale like this also. Bring it in. Select this also. Like this. Select this also. I'm gonna add another loop cut over here, like so. I'm gonna extrude this downwards. like so. And let's just select everything from the top part here and scale it on the y-axis, because the trigger is not usually that wide and thick, so we're just going to scale it a bit also on the y-axis. I'm going to extrude this also like this, and extrude it and scale it down. And let's just hide this, and let me just bring it up like so. And I'm going to select the top parts, and I'm going to scale it by y-axis on the y-axis. As you can see, here we go. That's how we're going. It's not quite finished though, because it's low polygon, and most low polygons look like this. You could go around and add like what do they call it, like the details, like the screws and everything, but that's basically how to model a low polygon in Blender. And I hope you like tutorials like this. If you want more tutorials, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Stay frosty.